yeah. See my whole team and you know where to find us. Yeah, you know where to find me. Hey, I'm drowning in grace. When I look at my past, somehow we don't match. All my sins been erased. Now they say that we great.
Hello everyone, my name is Gweb, and in today's video I'd like to talk to you guys about how to have a healthy hair regimen. In this video I'll give an example of my healthy hair regimen, just in brief what I currently do with my hair, so that you guys can get the gist of how a healthy hair regimen should look. Keep in mind that you don't have to do exactly what I do, and no one can really have the same hair regimen as someone else because everyone's hair is different, but you can borrow some tips and tricks and do what works for you with your own product. So if you'd like to learn about this, then keep on watching. I think the best way I can define a hair regimen is basically the practices and things you do for your hair to remain healthy, either daily or weekly, mid-weekly, monthly, or during the year, like after 3 months or after 4 months. What you do over time with your hair, the products you use, how you use them, the styles you do, low manipulation styles, protective styles, all that is what a hair regimen is. Basically how you take care of your hair. What you do daily comes down to a morning routine and a night routine. In the morning when you wake up, obviously your hair is not going to be smooth and silky and perfect because Afro hair is kinky and coily and it tends to get a lot frizzy during the night. When you wake up, you can spritz your hair with some lightweight product like a moisturizer, leave-in conditioner, that kind of thing. That's your morning routine, and you seal that with a cream or an oil if you want to. If your hair is already in a low manipulation style that you don't need to refresh, you can just leave it the way it is, so you don't need to do anything in the morning. Night, that's part of your daily routine. At night you have to sleep on material that is non-cotton. That means silk or satin. That way your hair retains moisture. I explained in my nighttime routine video. Cotton basically absorbs moisture, so your hair ends up being dry if you sleep directly on cotton. You don't have to do much. For example, if you're doing a twist out that week, at night you can just put your hair in 4 sections. You can use the banding method or just loosely hold your hair if it's really long, because it can handle that. But don't keep retwisting your hair every night because that actually leads to breakage, which I mentioned in my video about breakage and in my other video about the hair mistakes that I did. Again, you don't have to do much depending on the style that you have. For example, if you have a long-term protective style like braids or faux locks or passion twists, you can decide midweek to just moisturize your scalp. Literally spritz your scalp with like water and then apply some cream or some oil. That way your roots stay moisturized and healthy. Apply again a moisturizer and then apply a sealant like a cream or a butter or an oil, whatever works for you specifically. You apply that on top after you've moisturized to seal that moisture. Then your hair again stays healthy, hydrated, moisturized. What you do weekly. I wash my hair weekly. Sometimes I stretch it to 2 weeks depending on how my hair feels like especially if I'm not really going outside, so my hair isn't really exposed to dirt or dust, I'll stretch it to 2 weeks. But for the most part, I like to wash my hair every week. Now that you guys have understood that, we can talk about monthly. If you're doing a low manipulation style phase, you can do a different treatment from your regular treatments. If you usually do moisturizing treatments like me, at least once a month you will do a protein treatment, just so that you can have that moisture protein balance. If your hair is high porosity, you need to do at least a moisturizing treatment in between your protein ones so that you don't skip out on moisture. Doing long-term protective styling monthly, you need to wash your hair. You need to keep your scalp clean. Even if you're not taking out your long-term protective style, maybe you're doing it for 3 months or 2 months or maybe 4 months, at least wash your hair every month, because you need your scalp to be clean, because that's where your hair grows from. What you do over the year. So this can mean after 2 months or after 3 months, what do you do? After 6 months, what do you do? What do you do at the end of the year? Depends on you personally, but I'm going to give some examples. Over the year, you can decide that you'll do protective styling twice. In the first 3 months, you can decide to do a protective style, then you take it out, stay natural for a while, choose another 3 months to do a long-term protective style, or 4 months, then you take it out, let your hair breathe for a while, then the next year you do the same thing. This depends on how much time you want to put for your long-term protective style and how much time that you want to give your hair to breathe in between the protective styles. Especially if protective styles are very helpful for your hair to grow, which works for every person with type 4 hair. I highly recommend doing protective styles if you've never tried them, or if you only do them once in 2 years, try and do them like twice in a year. It really helps. I'm actually going to do one soon. I don't know when. Another important part of a healthy hair regimen is trimming. And if you watched my video about the mistakes I've made with my natural hair, you'll know that I used to trim my hair too much, like unnecessarily. My hair was healthy, my hair was fine, but I didn't understand my hair well, and I didn't know that you don't have to trim that often. So I was trimming too much. Just go watch that video and get that explanation. Trimming should typically be done like twice a year, or if your hair is really healthy, just once a year is fine. Like, you don't have to trim your hair every 2 months or every 3 months, the way some saloonists tell us. You don't have to. You can also decide that every year, either at the start of the year or at the end of the year, you just either buy yourself a really nice product that you've never tried, or you want to do a really cute hairstyle. Part of self-love, self-care. It's really nice to just try something new every year. We've come to the end of this video, and I really hope that you found this informative and helpful, and basically that you understood that a healthy hair regimen doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be complicated, and it is unique, like it's personal. It can never be the exact same as someone else's. So like this video, share it with your friends, leave a comment. You can also leave some questions if you're not really sure about something. I'll try and answer as best as I can, and stay tuned for my next upload.